A section of major highway closed for hours. This after a Guadalupe County deputy shot and killed a kidnapping suspect.
Yeah, this is near Seguin on I-10. It is breaking news story that we have been following since the 6 o'clock newscast. The night team's John Paul Barajas is on the scene. John Paul, what's the latest out there?
Well, the first thing I can tell you is that the highway is back open. We just had some traffic drive by us, and we're off of I-10 East and FM 2438, where, as you said, Guadalupe County Sheriff's deputies shot and killed a kidnapping suspect. Now, we're told the alleged kidnapping happened in Travis County, but then authorities here were notified that the vehicle was in their jurisdiction. When they found that vehicle, the chase started, and the suspect vehicle was going up to 100 miles per hour. But thanks to the help of OnStar, they were able to slow down the car up to 5 miles per hour. And that's when the suspect jumped out of his car and started shooting at deputies. They then returned fire again, hitting him and killing him. We're told the kidnapping victim was not in the car when this chase started, and that the Texas Rangers will be investigating. And that's really all the information we have right now. But we'll continue following this story and try to bring you the latest. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, John Paul. Texas schools versus Texas rules. Some school districts pushing back against the governor's order to block mask mandates in schools. The developments coming as San Antonio ISD students wrap up their own first day.
And the district using an online form to find out who will come to school masked up and who will not. San Antonio ISD says most parents are choosing to support mask wearing for their kids.
A sigh of relief. The first day of school is behind students at San Antonio ISD.
In the morning, I felt kind of anxious, but then I just saw my friends, so calmed me down a little bit.
They haven't seen their friends besides Zoom and online, Skype, FaceTime. So she was excited.
And there's also relief as parents look around at the faces outside Tafoya Middle School.
Most of the kids had masks.
It was always a priority for us. You have to have it.
Not every family feels the same way. The district is tracking mask wearing through its opt-out form, recognizing which parents don't want their child to wear a mask as allowed by the governor. But Superintendent Pedro Martinez says most families across the district are choosing to opt in.
Over 99% of our families have opted in to have their children wear masks.
The district says the masking option is aligned with the CDC recommendation. SAISD says staff can also remind students who opted in to wear their masks while indoors. Last week, the district also held a COVID-19 testing event, and vaccination events are scheduled for the largest high schools.
I want to make sure that any child that's eligible, as well as family members, that we get them vaccinated as soon as possible.
Parents say their kids need the in-person atmosphere to stay motivated.
She would get on YouTube and her computer, play little games, do little work, play more games, and
So do you think she'll be more focused this year?
I hope so here in school,
And the district says there are no disciplinary consequences for students who don't wear a mask. SAISD says following these safety guidelines allowed them to return to the classroom last school year with less than 1% positivity rate within the schools. The Dallas Independent School District wants all of their students and staff to wear a mask. They are mandating masks despite the governor's order. Houston ISD is set to discuss a potential mandate on Thursday. And those who violate the governor's order can face a $1,000 fine, but it is unclear if that fine would occur by day or by student. The Dallas Morning News reports one Texas Education Board member has volunteered to raise money to pay for those fines.
Let's take a look at the number of coronavirus cases currently in Bexar County. We continue to see about 1,000 new cases a day. That's according to the 7-day average. Hospitalizations continue to rise with 1,197 COVID-19 patients in our hospitals. 314 COVID-19 patients are in the intensive care unit. 181 people are on ventilators tonight. The majority of cases are among the unvaccinated. In hopes of keeping people out of the hospital, an infusion center will open up at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall tomorrow. That facility meant to help administer COVID-19 antibodies that can help a COVID patient fight the virus before the symptoms get worse. The last time this facility set up, 3,000 patients were treated here. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf expects more people will need the therapy this time around. The facility has the capacity to treat about 150 patients per day. Each patient needs a doctor's order before receiving the antibody treatment free of charge. It's worth noting people can develop antibodies before catching the virus by actually getting the vaccine.
Healthcare systems overwhelmed, nurses exhausted, and the pandemic adding to a growing nursing shortage. The Night Team's John Paul Barajas spoke to a student who wants to be a nurse and a dean of nursing school to find out what their field would look like going forward.
Too many patients, not enough staff. Nurses are feeling the brunt of COVID cases surging, leading many to quit. A medical assistant who just applied to nursing school is witnessing it firsthand. She says pop-up clinics are brutal. The days, long, little to no breaks, and fully decked out in PPE while outside in the heat.
You start to feel faint and you start to feel sick. I've seen some of the older nurses actually sit down and almost pass out because they're so tired. And for that reason, a lot of them already left and resigned.
Marina Moreno explains even she, who's just a year into the medical field, is having to take a break. The days are tough, but her biggest concern is the Delta variant. She adds her own coworkers are getting infected more than she's ever seen.
I have a family of my own that I care about, and I've put them off for the past year so I could help other people. And I think it's about time for a little bit until I move by myself again.
A Texas Center for Nursing Workforce study showed a projected shortage of 57,000 nurses by the year 2032, and that was before the pandemic. An associate dean for UT Health San Antonio's nursing school says, fortunately, applications have doubled since last year, and nursing students are already getting in on the fight against COVID.
Our nursing students were really pivotal in being able to administer those vaccines and help with that mass vaccination effort.
Cynthia O'Neill says within the first month of the course, students are already caring for patients. It's a 2-year program, and currently they have a graduation rate of about 92%, a percentage Moreno soon hopes to add to.
That was John Paul Barajas reporting. As hospitals become overwhelmed, Governor Greg Abbott says the state will be using staffing agencies to get out-of-state medical workers to help hospitals in Texas. It comes weeks after the governor said Texas mastered the safe practices that help to prevent and avoid the spread of COVID-19.
Getting the vaccine can help keep you out of the hospital with COVID-19. We have this week's pop-up vaccine clinics listed online on our website, KSAT.com. The San Antonio Zoo also making themselves available to host some of those pop-up clinics. We have all that information right now on our website.
More questions than answers in the case of an apartment fire and a man found dead inside. The only clues are from what flames left behind. Arson investigators say the fire started in the kitchen. The man was found dead in his bedroom at the Fred Townhomes on Darthbrook Drive. One neighbor says he saw the smoke this morning and he tried to help.
I go to the front door and I knock, and lo and behold, the door's open. I go in the door and it's so smoky I can't even see in there.
Arson investigators still don't know why the door was open. They're also trying to figure out what caused the fire and the death of the man inside. Firefighters arrived to the apartment unit around 4 this morning. Those firefighters tried to perform CPR on the man, but they couldn't save him. The Bexar County medical examiner is still working to confirm that man's identity.
She helped save lives. This weekend, her own life was cut short. 25-year-old Daniela Lute worked as a nurse at Methodist. She and another woman died when a wrong-way suspected drunk driver crashed head-on with their vehicle Saturday. That driver survived. Lute's family left dealing with the loss.
He probably has children. She's never going to have children. He probably was married, had a marriage. She's never going to have that.
I've been devastated in a profound and ugly, intrusive way.
Parents impacted by a drunk driver. San Antonio police say 58-year-old Ricardo Rodriguez driving the wrong way before crashing into Daniela and her friend 27-year-old Diana Rubio. It happened along I-35 in Walsham Road. Rodriguez currently in the hospital facing 2 counts of intoxication manslaughter.
A mother killed by what San Antonio police believe was gunfire from their own officers. Neida Tejeda is set to be laid to rest later this week. She was found dead after police shot at an armed suspect, Angel Sanchez, during a standoff about 2 weeks ago. Tonight, Maria Tejeda continues to grieve for the loss of her daughter. She's also trying to raise the 4 children Neida leaves behind, saying she has to stay strong.
Tengo que ser muy fuerte por mis nietos.
It was a tragic situation. It was a tragic mistake. Unfortunately, now that mistake has to be corrected.
And Tijerina's family's attorney says they are waiting for the investigation to be complete before making a decision on whether or not to file a lawsuit.
The Alamo City seeing drier weather conditions with temperatures in the 80s tonight, but meteorologist Adam Caskey tracking some activity in the Gulf, or potentially heading for the Gulf. We'll check in with it coming up.
And the defenders uncovering some expensive mistakes over at CPS Energy. Why the utility is paying some major money for someone who didn't show up to work. The defenders' investigation is next on the Nightbeat.
Imagine getting paid even though you didn't work. Well, that's apparently what's happening at CPS Energy whenever the company fails to call in an on-call worker during emergency situations.
Our defenders found it cost the public hundreds of thousands of dollars for utility employees to sit at home. The night team's Dylan Collier discovered this wasteful spending and searched for answers on whether CPS is doing anything about it.
He knows this industry operationally.
Before Fred Bonnywell was promoted this summer to be CPS Energy's new chief operating officer, his signature appeared on this March 2017 working conditions agreement between the utility and two unions representing up to a half of its wage scale employees, including linemen, gas services staff, vehicle maintenance, and some power plant workers. The folks who keep the power on, regardless of how dangerous the elements become.
They're the ones that are really on that front line making things happen.
But it's this section on page 8 of the agreement that is now under scrutiny. The arrangement, which extends through the end of next January, allows workers who are inadvertently skipped over during call-in situations to still collect the overtime for the hours they would have worked. It's called bypass pay.
We have a roster that changes weekly. And if for some reason we don't change that roster when we're supposed to, and you make a call out, then you're potentially calling the wrong people out.
It's a scenario that played out more than 650 times the past 3 years, according to figures released by the utility earlier this summer. The repeated oops moments have been a boon for CPS wage scale workers. Not only has bypass pay accounted for over $306,000 in extra compensation, some employees have accumulated thousands of bucks in a single payment.
$3,100 seems very, very high, but that had to be over a couple of days.
Especially for someone who's sitting at home while making that.
Right.
And while Utility Vice President Darrell Clifton said the dates depict when the payments were made and could represent a call-in that lasted an entire weekend, for example, we found some employees amassing bypass pay multiple days in a row. Some workers collected it as many as 8 times in all. How do you justify this sum for ratepayers, people that are going to see this and see over $300,000 going to employees who didn't even leave their homes?
This was a mutual agreement between us and the union. It was put in place to protect our frontline workers.
So what happened exactly? Representatives from IBEW Local 500, one of the 2 unions whose members benefit from the agreement, did not respond to our inquiries over the phone and in person, and even hid inside when we stopped by their San Antonio headquarters. A representative of the other union, the National Association of Public Employees, Local 219, said bypass pay was introduced to establish a fair and equitable system to compensate employees for all call-outs, and blamed a glitch in an automated system used by the utility for why it's happening so often. CPS senior leadership, however, concedes the oversights were mistakes made by humans.
Either data errors are made in the entry of that information, or errors are made when we manually call out people.
Costly blunders at a time now when every dollar counts. For the defenders, Dylan Collier, KSAT 12 News.
CPS Energy officials say they continue to address problems with their bypass pay program. Workers have to respond to being called in at least 60% of the time in order to qualify for bypass pay moving forward.
And next Tuesday, we take a deep dive into the deadly February's winter storm. It's a special collaboration between KSAT Explains and the KSAT 12 Defenders. We take a look at what went wrong and what needs to change to prevent another weather disaster. The power grid failure, what went wrong, airs next Tuesday right here on KSAT 12 at 9 p.m.
Live cam this evening, Sky 12 out and about over the Tobin Center.
Beautiful view out there. Beautiful day, kind of hot. I got to say, I was out there. I needed water.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You really got to hydrate, of course, this time of year, and pre-hydration. That's my recommendation to everybody. Hydrate before you get out there. I want to get to our weather pattern. Let's get right to it. You look across the state, and earlier today we had some showers and thunderstorms in far west Texas. That was the sweet spot, and really, it's the only remaining part of the state that's in a little bit of a drought, and that's basically right near Big Bend National Park, just south of Marathon. But otherwise, it was quite across the state. And what stands out nationally is lack of a big driving weather feature. We don't have a big upper level high planted overhead and everything is being skirted around the edges of it. Just a few little swirls out there. So there's some activity, but no dominating feature right now. So the door is basically open, and we do have a tropical system that we're watching right now. This would become Fred. Its max sustained winds are at 35 miles per hour. Still a weak system, likely to become a tropical storm as it tracks westward toward the Gulf of Mexico. Due partially to its interaction with land, most likely to remain a very low-end tropical storm, max sustained winds between about 40 and 50 miles per hour. But it could end up in the eastern Gulf of Mexico as we get into Saturday. Then there's the potential of it veering northward. Nonetheless, we'll keep you updated on that system, let you know where it's most likely to end up. Today, we topped out at 96 degrees. That's 1 degree below average, so we're actually pretty much on par for this time of year. Amarillo made it to 104, Lubbock 100, Fort Stockton triple digits, and even our friends in Del Rio, a high temperature of 101 degrees. Right now, for the most part, we're in the 80s, low to mid 80s. Del Rio still at 93, but 81 in New Braunfels and Kerrville at 82. So we'll start the day tomorrow at 77 and then make it into the mid 90s, about 96 for the high temperature, with a decent amount of sunshine, just those fair weather clouds. One nice thing, just like today, a good southeasterly breeze. Keep that air moving. Southeast at 10 to 20 with some higher gusts. Of course, the typically warmer locations along the Rio Grande will be back to triple digits come tomorrow afternoon. And by the way, tomorrow is another CPS peak energy demand day. So if you can, try to lower your usage between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Hold off the washing machine and the dryer until later on in the evening. Next chance of rain doesn't come into the picture for us until we get into Sunday, Monday, and even then, odds are slim.
Got to do all your laundry at midnight.
Is that the key?
That's the way it happens.
Yeah. Greg's like, what's laundry?
Laundry?
That's what Greg's like. All right, so he wasn't even supposed to be on the team.
Talking about Keldon Johnson, right? He was on the select team, which trained the Olympic team. In this particular case, he had an opportunity to advance even further because of injuries and reasons the guys could not go to Japan. So as a result, Keldon brings home the gold, and he's with his team tonight in the Las Vegas Summer League. And we got a controversy at UTSA over that slogan coming up. After going winless in Salt Lake City, the Spurs kicking off Summer League play in Las Vegas tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves. San Antonio finds some rhythm in the second quarter. First-round draft pick Joshua Primo drives inside for a quick turnaround jumper. Then a few minutes later, Trey Jones finds Primo behind the arc for the three. Spurs up 33-32, but they trail 49-38 at halftime. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, Devin Vassell comes alive. He scores 15 of his team-high 26 points in the fourth, including this game-tying three-pointer with 44 seconds left, but Minnesota scores the game winner on the next possession. The Spurs fall 91-89. Trey Jones was back in the lineup for the first time. He scored 16.
Had to knock some rust off, but I'm just trying to stick with it. Something that the coaches were trying to stay on us about was picking it up on the defensive end. So trying to be a leader for our team. I knew that if I were to pick it up on that end, the other guys would as well.
During halftime of the Spurs Timberwolves Summer League game, we were able to hear from Keldon Johnson, the Spurs forward who helped the Team USA win a gold medal in Tokyo. He was picked for the select team to help prepare Team USA roster for the Summer Games, but was later promoted to the Olympic team when two players were forced to drop out.
It didn't hit me yet. You know, I'm kind of like still just living in the moment, but I think it's definitely crazy. I think I'm 21 with a gold medal. I'm definitely blessed, and some people got sick, some people got hurt, and but we still maintained, and we came out with the gold. You know, we didn't give in to what everybody was saying. We knew what we were capable of, and we knew what we had to do to win.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Deshaun Watson is back on the practice field for the Houston Texans after no word why he was not on the field for the last 5 days. A quarterback of the Houston Texans facing 22 civil lawsuits for sexual assault and misconduct during massages and is also under investigation by the NFL. He has demanded a trade, but the Texans themselves are not giving us any insight into why he was not on the field for the last 5 days. Even the players seem reluctant to reveal much, even if he was in the building for the last 5 days.
Sure, I can't tell you. I don't know. I just be worried about where I be at. I seen him time to time, but I can't really tell you where you be at.
The Texans are preparing for their first preseason game against Green Bay Packers this Saturday. There's no question who the star is of the Dallas Cowboys training camp. It's second-year wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, who's made a spectacular catches in Oxnard after an incredible rookie year in the league where he almost made 1,000 yards receiving. Now he's gone viral on social media with some of the receptions, getting more playing time at wideout than slot receiver, while his teammate Amari Cooper is still on the mend after off-season ankle surgery. The class of 2021 inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame then included former Cowboys wide receiver Drew Pearson, the original number 88, who waited 33 years for this moment, and it finally came last night. And what a great moment seeing Roger Staubach help unveil his bust that will be in Canton.
This confirms it. The wait is over! Over! How about that? The original number 88 being presented for enshrinement in the Pro Football Hall of Fame by my Hall of Fame quarterback, Roger Staubach. Wow. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Roger. You know, they only give me a few minutes to make this acceptance speech, but it only took 32 seconds to catch the Hail Mary from my quarterback, Roger Staubach.
I'm very happy for Drew. The controversy surrounding the Come and Take a slogan that greets athletes and staff at the new UTSA race facility. Next. There is an online petition that's being circulated by UTSA professors calling the Roadrunner slogan of Come and Take It that greets all athletes and staff at their new race facility as offensive and steeped in racist history. The petition is calling for the removal of the slogan from the entrance of the school's new Roadrunner Athletics Center for Excellence. UTSA Professor Emeritus Dr. Ellen Riojas Clark says the slogan is in reference to the Battle of Gonzales in 1835 during the Texas Revolution and embodies both anti-Mexican and pro-slavery sentiments and has been widely adopted by anti-government and pro-gun extremists. University President Dr. Taylor Amy responded to the petition today with this message, which read in part, recently, this imagery has been associated with some political movements and causes and has even made its way into political protests on the grounds of this Texas state capitol. For these and other reasons, there are concerns that this tradition may no longer reflect its originally intended purpose of rallying football fans and is not reflective of our university, our founding mission, and our collective values. For the time being, Dr. Amy says the slogan will include a sign that explains the origin of the imagery and the intention of the tradition and the concerns from within the UTSA community while a task force investigates. You want to see more about this story is right now online at KSAT.com.
Hey, can I ask you one question?
Sure.
They didn't just start using
No. This is dating back all the way to 2011 when the football program began. It's been a part of their so-called heritage and the way they rally the football team during football games.
Flags.
Yes, even on flags. Yes.
That's what I thought. All right. Thank you, Greg.
All right. Thanks, Greg. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning in the mid-70s, by the afternoon back into the mid-90s. Well, about 93 in Helotes to Timberwood Park and Bernie in the lower 90s. But most of us mid-90s and along the Rio Grande back to triple digits briefly. A lot of sunshine the rest of this week, generally dry, only a few showers developing closer to the Gulf Coast.
Thank you, Adam. That's it for the Nightbeat. GMSA at 4:30.
Have a great night.